Hello everybody and welcome to another video where we will have our Intrepid Heroes playable characters fight against each other to find out who is the strongest in a fictional scenario, of course. Just a little side note, I didn't really upload anything last week or the week before that because I had to turn in my master's degrees. Yay! So now my paper for the master degree. Yeah, send me your thoughts and prayers because I hope it all works out. And I also have some exams coming up in the next month or two, so maybe there will be less videos on the channel for that time, but I try to do my best over here. But yeah, and that's all I wanted to say about that. Thank you all for your patience and understanding. We will now talk about our Intrepid Heroes characters here. As you see, they're not all here because I made another video, like the first one, go check it out. And in there are basically every character that is not here today. I just wanted to split it up a little bit because it would have been 30, I have 40 characters overall, so I wanted to split it up, yes. Now the first one is Theo against Edain. And just to make it clear, this is just all for funsies. I have no idea. And we also talked about last time if there is like it could depend on the setting, like where those characters are. If they're like out in the frozen tundra or like in the jungle, I don't know. It could all heavily influence the fight. In our scenario, I try to think of it more as a combat one-on-one in a sense of an arena fight. And yeah, so that's kind of where I'm going. And I'm super excited to talk about this. Last time was a lot of fun. So we have well, it is interesting. We have like basically a fighter against like a magic user here. And there is always the question, who is, usually I would give it to the magic user. I don't know, but Theo has some magic of his own and he knows his way around magic as well. So with that keeping in mind, Edan is pretty powerful. Like she has like the whole oracle stuff as well. Like the portent rolls, if you want to talk about it in game mechanics, but she is not to be underestimated. This is already a hard one, right off the get-go. But something tells me Theo would get the better of her because just he's so bulky. And I feel like Edain would have troubles with that. Next up we have Misty against Monty, the double M's. Well, the M&M's. This one for me pretty, well, clearly, but it goes to Misty. Now, if maybe Courtney is around, then things could look a little different, but she's like a fae, and I feel like Monty is susceptible to glamour in that way, especially if she figures out that basically you just need to show him a fake real animal. Ooh, now Kingston against Lepan. Age-wise, this feels appropriate that those two go up against each other. Like, in a straight-up fist fight, think Kingston gonna take it. Like, I feel like he has thrown some punches in his life, but of course they also can use their magic. I, however, have to give it to Kingston because Le Pen, that's of course because he died, so we didn't get to see as much of him as like MFR, for example. So, yeah, or Theo. I'm gonna give it to Kingston because Le Pen does not feel like on the level to be able to beat Kingston. Oh no, why do Ellie's character need to go against each other? Now this, I'm sorry, I love Margaret Encino, she is such a great character, but it is going to Liam. Like, we don't even need to talk about this further. And now the Murph character going against each other? Okay. Yeah, this is also like, Night Angel, Cody, I love you, buddy. Actually, I don't. I would really love to hate you. But Barry will basically fold you up and use it as a napkin. Ooh. Now, Gerard is a fighter, but so is Van. Like Van is not a fighter, but she is just endurance, and she has some magical kind of things to her, and I feel like that Gerard will be freaked out by her tentacles. So I'm gonna give this to Van. It just feels like she would squeeze this frog. Now we're back at the top. This is, as always, going all the people on the left, and then we will come to the people on the right. And I feel like this is a similar situation that we had with Edain. I don't know what it is about Theo, but he's just like, he gives mage killer vibes to me. I just have that, like, they have maybe one shot to take out Theo, and if they are successful with this one opportunity they get, I feel like he is just gonna basically use his giant sword and split them in half. Now this one, ooh, like it is so funny, but the Candians are just so deadly, you know. And Liam is just like I think of him as the war kind of version. And yeah, I didn't talk about this. I think of these characters kind of in their best form, you know, like at their peak. Maybe not with like Car Crash. It was the last time the example where, of course, I don't think of him as like the when he's eating the donut. You know that would be a little bit too overpowered. But overall, like at the end of their stories, where are they? What is their strength level there? And I feel like that is the fairest way to do this, but I'm not sure. And with that all being said, I'm going to give it to Liam because he's just such a deadly, deadly war guy now. Wow, this is a brawl. This is going to be a brawl. And I feel like it could come up to a coin toss, honestly. Because even with the Venticle, I feel like Barry has fought like alien monsters like that before. So he has a handle on that as well. And to me, it's just giving more Barry. I know we had last time also the matchups between basically the steampunk people and the futuristic, like sci-fi people, you know, and but this time the sci-fi people gonna take it. Yeah, no, I think Barry will win, but it will be a hard fight. It will not be easy for him to do that. Ooh, now we have our Gambians, no, not Gambians, Candians, going up against each other. Now here we come against a problem because the thing about Theo is, like I talked about, that he is endurance or like that he has a lot of mass. He is more like a protector than a full out fighter. He can fight, definitely, and he's strong. But then we have Liam on the other hand, who is mostly fighting, like doing damage, basically, killing people, and not really protecting himself. So we could have like a similar situation again, but this time with no magic as with the other twos before. Because the difference is that Liam is also quick and nimble, which nothing against Misty, she is not quick and nimble. And Adine, I also wouldn't call her quick and nimble, but Liam definitely is. He doesn't have magic, but he has that on his side. I mean, of course, he has some magic as all the Candians do, but it's not enough. I feel like Fear is gonna take this. Yeah. Wow, Fear, I didn't think about how this is gonna go before, so I'm as surprised as you are, maybe. Oh my god, and now I see where all of this has been leading, of course, our brawly man fighting it out. Theo against Barry, Big Barry 6. Yeah, and I feel like Theo will meet his maker finally. I'm sorry, but Barry, I don't know what it is about Barry, but he's just so imposing and strong, and again, like a gummy bear out from space. He has fought these kind of things. He has probably fought everything. And I don't see Theo, like I said before, everybody that he has gone up against was able to be taken out quickly because they don't have necessarily a lot of yeah, girth to them. I don't know how to say it otherwise, like a lot of HP. But Barry has the HP and has the damage output as well. So I feel like Theo is a good defensive character, but maybe not as needed in offensive as it is against Barry. Yeah. Oh no. Oh. I mean, it goes to Pip, but the way that this whole thing would go down. But honestly, every fight with Mother Goose in them will not be as pretty to watch. Maybe against Le Pen, that would also have been a matchup that maybe would have been more on par, where the enemies or like the fighters are more on par. I mean that. Yeah, Pip takes this. Oh no, these two would. Oh, I feel like they could really vibe with each other. Oh my god, this is so. I just have imagined in my head like where Fig as like a small concert at the bookstore of PD. That would be great. I love it. But they fight to the death. God, this is like a coin cost again because they're both like really capable with what they're doing. I mean, they're both in the realms of magic, but at the same time, like Vic has some athleticism to her and like her skateboard, and PD more than often starts just flying. You know, he just does it when he rolls so good, of course, or does some other shenanigans. And of course, with PD in general, it is kind of random what happens. Not at the later points. So when he has more control over it, then I feel like, yeah, no, Vic, I'm sorry. I feel like truly PD would be able to beat her because he has like so much flexibility. I mean, she does as well, and she also smites. Now she smites. So if she lands a strong hit, that could have all she wrote for PD, but I don't. I give it to PD. It feels, but it is also a close one. This is really a close one. Ooh, now we have Ruby. Now Ruby is Siobhan's character, so not the sister that dies. I think yes. But still, she does at the end is really capable. It's not like that she does nothing, but I just feel like Sophia is stronger, like just and more flexible and just like using those key points, to get stunning strikes out. Yeah, I don't feel like Ruby has a chance against our Sophia Lee. Sophia Bicicleta. Oh, oh no, oh no. Not Emily's characters now going against one another. I think Zacharina is gonna take this. Yeah. I'm sorry, Maria. I do like you more than Zacharina if that helps you, but you're not gonna survive this. Now the Fabian characters are going against each other. What's going on? Yeah, I'm also have to say this is pretty obvious to me at least. Gunny, you're nice, but you're not gonna survive this. I mean, if you get torn limb for limb, I feel you still survive, don't you? Not that Fabian will do that. He's not so bloodthirsty anymore. Even though after the Battle of the Bowl, there is a reaction on my channel if you want to check that out. And yeah, but Fabian is going to take this. Oh wow, we have like a lot of like basically fist fighting and brawling going on this episode, but I like it. And Maxwell, I love you, and you are an insane motherfucker. But I gonna give it to Gorga. He is just. He will kill you with your axe, Maxwell. If you show up with your fists and your grappling techniques, I mean, it is impressive, but no. Gorgak will just use his giant. I don't know the special name of it, but I like that it basically gains mass while it's swinging. That's awesome. Ooh, now we have Pip against PD. I'm also not sure here, because if Pip is able to basically trick PD and get a sneak attack in, like a strong one, that is like PD's end. And I'm not sure, like I feel like PD would fall for the kitten in the boots. I feel like, yeah. So I will give this to Pip actually. Okay, Sophia against Zacharina. Again, the Emily characters, they just don't like each other. This is difficult. Because if Sophia is able to get to Zacharina, I feel like then Zacharina is Danzius. But if not, then Zacharina will win. Probably. Zacharina has the ability to teleport, but Sophia is really quick. Like, she is so quick, she moves so fast over the battlefield. And I don't know, like something in my mind, I just see Zacharina using her magic to throw ice and everything against Sophia, and she is able just to dodge it and like literally sprint and like my what's it called, a flip over some icicles that are shooting at her. And yeah, and she's like, the concrete fist is, or was at least, meant to fight against magic users, so I feel like her abilities lend themselves to her. I don't feel like that was a correct sentence, but you get what I mean. So I feel like Sophia will have a leg up here. Yeah, no, we're gonna give it to Miss Bicycle. Oh, and back to the very first episode of the, Intrepid Heroes together, honestly. The Fantasy High episode 1, where Fabian attacked Gorgak for no reason. Well, it was the biggest one, and that was the reason that Fabian needed. And I'm not sure. This is interesting. Like, the people inside the group fighting against each other. Huh. But something just tells me, again, Gorgak. Like, Fabian has like the whole bardic thing now, but Gorgak also has the artificer thing. So, and I don't know what the bard's capability would help him really. Like, he would need to be relying more on his fighting than his bard skills, where I feel like our Gorgak over here can use as well artificers stuff against Fabian, just as well as the barbarian kind of forces. So yeah, I'm gonna give it to Gorgak. Oh no, maybe the only fighter that could beat Sophia. But now the question is Langarangata around? I feel like, but nevertheless, I don't feel like Sophia will be able to hit the cat. I don't feel like that will ever happen. I mean, it's probably the same that will happen that has happened with Petey, where it's just like, oh, kitten, and then sneak attack. And now we have Pip against Gorgak. Wow, okay, now the Sek Oyama characters fighting it out. Now, I truly feel like Gorgak will just flip this kitten away. It is kind of interesting how far Pip came on the base, just based on the way that he looks. But honestly, that's kind of like his whole stick, you know, like where it is, I'm a cute kitten, be nice to me, and then it is not so nice to you. So, but Gorgak, I don't feel like he will fall for it. He will like Gorgak is actually um, a no-nonsense kind of character a lot of times. And we truly now have the fight of the barbarians. Wow, wow, okay. I don't. This is interesting again. Like we have an artificer as well, but it is different than like the Cloud.ho artificery, where this is also more like crystal based, basically. So it has some more magic to it, and but yeah, no, this will be Clash of the Titans. Barry has some guns to him as well, so Barry, I feel like maybe would go more of a distance approach here. Maybe we'll just jump right in there and try to wreck Gorgard. Please let me know what you think about this fight and how it is going to go. But I'm just need to go with my gut here. But my gut is not telling me anything. Wow, no, it is. Oh my god. I mean, maybe it's just the bias that I've seen more of Gorgak, but I just feel like Gorgak is the one. Is the one. Because I mean, the whole thing where they were in this worm, fighting this huge worm in the arena while taking the test, and he just basically single-handedly took that thing out and got attacked by it like twice and lived. And yeah, I don't feel like Barry. I think that he would have it in him, but we haven't seen it yet. So I am gonna give this to Gorga. Here's our winner, Gorga. It's so funny. It just sent me to this side. I don't know why. And Gorga is not even perfectly in the frame, but I mean, he's a tall boy, so it just makes it even more funnier. That was a lot of fun. I don't know. I really want to know, especially this final battle, what you guys think. Now, last time Daisuke won, and I'm not gonna put like a whole thing here with Daisuke, but Gogak against Daisuke, like first of all, both Sekoyama characters, like Pop Off King, he's like really playing some strong hitters, I realized just now. And with Daisuke and Gorgak, it truly is a matter of distance. If they're close, Gorgak wins. If they're so much far apart, or like even like basically not in running distance, then I feel like Daisuke will take out Gorgak. That is how I feel about it. Maybe, however, the favor would still be more to Gorgak. Because Daisuke's bullets, of course, do hurt, but he has the rage, and rage is so strong. So maybe between Daisuke and Gorgak, I even would give it to Gorgak there. So double congratulations to you, Gorgak. You're the king. You're the king. So there we have it. Gorgak is our strongest character. I love that. I love that for him. Like maybe we're gonna do another version of this where I will like randomize terrain or like battlefields, and then we will send the people in again and be like, okay, now under these circumstances, who would win? Maybe. Yeah, let me know what you think about that idea. Also, let me know if you agree with any decisions that I made here or if you disagree. And let me know who you think is the truly strongest character in the PCs of our Intrepid Heroes. That would be really interesting. Now, I want to thank you for taking time to watch this video. I hope you had a great time. I enjoyed it a lot, as always. I love to talk about Dimension 20. A like and a comment is appreciated. It helps me out a lot. In general, if you want to support somebody online, just leave a like and comment, interact with the content. It is the easiest and cheapest way to show your support. I do it as well for content that I want to see more of, that I want to be like, hey, please stay around. I want to see this. And yeah, so do that as well. Not just with me, just in general, your favorite content creators. And with that all being said, hope you have a great day and see you next time. Bye.